I think one of the moments that I reflect upon now, after she is gone, and she'd snuggle and she'd put her head right here, and I would hold her, and she'd look at me, smile, and she knew everything was good.
What do you think was that secret ingredient that really made your marriage last so long?
You know, that's a good question, and I think over the years I've tried to answer that question. I can't describe not only the respect but also the love that I had for Judy. And I used to say a little prayer to God saying, you know, you were right. You were right. We got married at the right time, and we grew together.
When we look back at our lives and we think about all those little moments that we had with the people that we love so dearly, we ultimately look back and we see that some of those little moments were really the biggest moments. What were some of the biggest moments that really stand out to you?
When you stop and figure that you've been married for 68 years, there are a lot of those. There are a lot of those. Flowers of choice for Judy were roses, red roses. Red roses to her were her favorite. Didn't matter. And so consequently, as we went through life together, I knew that, and I always made a point of making sure that we planted roses and grew roses, and she just was thrilled by that. Yep.
So may I give you something?
Yes. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And I have to tell you a little story that I didn't tell you. When the people from the funeral home came, and I said to my two children, I said, they were put in the casket, the red rose. So across her hands, she had a red rose. So it was something like this. And that was very meaningful, not only to our family, but I know it was very meaningful to her. Thank you. I will take this home. Yep.
You mentioned that Judy had a love for Hospice of Michigan. When did you feel that Hospice of Michigan was right as far as supporting your wife at end of life?
I'm a great believer in people make programs. Programs don't make people. Our relationship with Hospice, and she was a volunteer for 17 years. I've been hanging around for God knows how long, well over 20 years. And they are the most sincere, God-fearing, loving, kind people who want to help. That's their mission in life. And I can tell you from a firsthand point of view, my wife was in good hands. My wife was in loving hands. And my wife was cared for not only with the empathy, but also the devotion of her as a person. And they said, we have to take care of her. Then I sat down with the computer and I wrote the following. Now this was what I had in my heart for my wife. God has given you a pure spirit that is demonstrated daily with the freshness of youth and enthusiasm for life. Your presence brings sunshine into everyone's life that you meet. There is an air of royalty into all phases of your life, which shows in your concern for people. You want to help, serve people without asking anything in return. And this is God's way of using you as you go through this life. Your children, grandchildren love you, and we all are so proud of you. And the life you live, above all, I love you and thank God for these years. He has allowed us to be together. Love always, me.